2 months ago, I cut my PC into 4 pieces and I used just 1/4. What I meant is that I switched my PC. Now let's compare the stats of both. So my main rig has a Ryzen 5700G, which is an 8-core 16-thread CPU, and I switched to an i3 6100 CPU, which boosts a measly 2-core and 4 threads. So basically 1/4 of my CPU power, not taking in consideration clock speeds and cache values. For RAM, I went from 32GB of DDR4 running at 3200 MHz to a mere 8GB running at 2133 MHz. And for my GPU, I went from my AMD RX 7800 XT with 16GB of VRAM to the 3GB GTX 1060, which is like 1/4 of the power. So yeah, I basically cut my PC in quarters and I was just using the one for the last 2 months or so. How it was, you ask? Bad, but not as bad as you would think. I did all of my streams on it and I also edited this video using it. When it comes to non-gaming tasks, if there was nothing running in the background, the PC was running fine. But as soon as there was something being updated, the thing would stutter as it ran out of horsepower. But this was the exception and not the rule. The PC itself felt snappy. It just took longer to load certain stuff. I finished my masters and the presentation on it, as well as I defended my masters over Zoom. No issues there. Now let's talk gaming. I did mention that I also streamed using this PC and I was blown away actually. Okay, Empire Total War, it's an older title, doesn't require 4-core CPU, but PC Building Simulator does. But it ran great. Same goes for Isonzo. I was expecting a stutterfest. Sure, the CPU was being fully utilized, but it pushed about 60 FPS on average. Okay, there were some noticeable drops, but the game was playable, and I did play it alone, with friends, subscribers. It was a big thumbs up, really. Okay, except for when I was streaming it. Yeah, that stream didn't go that well, the game was quite laggy. Now for other games. Firstly, I tried Frostpunk, and the game was playable at medium settings with 57 FPS, constant almost, you know. The same, however, could not be said for Minecraft. Sure, the average FPS did reach 150, but the stutters were so noticeable. Yet, if you waited for the things to fully load and you kept to the same chunk, it ran fine. CS2 is a game that I do not play, but I wanted to see how it performs with such a CPU and GPU combo. And the results were similar to Minecraft. The average FPS was 90, but the 1% lows were 3 frames per second. When playing older games like Metro 2033, the thing ran fine with almost 160 FPS and a respectable 1% lows of 27. Strategy games like Civilization 6 was playable with around 67 FPS, while Hearts of Iron did struggle at only 18 FPS. World of Tanks ran at around 80 FPS, while Worms WMD pushed around 130 FPS. The used resolution was 920 by 1080, with the quality setting mostly being left at default, except CSGO that was set to low. So video editing this video on this computer with Movavi Video Editor version 2023. So in general, Movavi it's a lighter weight video editing program, so it doesn't require as many resources like Premiere or DaVinci. So the video editing process felt normal, alright, no issues there, and also overall it felt snappy. So in conclusion, a 2-core 4-thread CPU is still fine if you play older and less demanding titles. It is excellent at everyday tasks like browsing the email using the Microsoft Office, watching YouTube, until you have Wargaming Launcher being updated in the background or something similar. So, would I recommend a 2-core 4-thread CPU like the Pentium G7400, which is a relatively new processor from Intel, to anybody? No, hell no. Even though the newer processor is more capable, you still have the limitations of only 2 cores and 4 threads. Anyway, for a measly 100 euros, you can get a 6-core CPU like the Ryzen 5500. Sure, it is not the highest end and nor the newest, but it is light years better than this. That's it for this video. I do hope you found it interesting. I will see you all on the battlefields. Gaming Teacher, out.